Hey everyone, this is Gio here. So this past weekend I got my PS5. So that means I'm packing up my PS4. I don't have space for it. So I thought, what better way to honor the PS4 than to do a top five video. So here are my top five games, and I hope you enjoy. Coming in at number five, we have Street Fighter V Champion Edition. When the PS4 was initially announced, this was one of the games that made me hop on board. I'm an avid fighting game fan, and Sony announced that the game would be exclusive to the PS4 console and PC. The launch of the game was very rocky, it was missing a lot of different features, and I even had friends return it within the first month. The game wouldn't be on this list if it wasn't for the Champion Edition update. The Champion Edition polished off the game with all the missing features, and it even made the game more aesthetically pleasing. The game had been going strong for almost 5 seasons, and will have a total roster of 44 characters. Capcom fully embraced the competitive scene with this version of Street Fighter, and for me, the cherry on the top was that this game allows crossplay between PlayStation and PC. At number 4, we have Destiny, the original Destiny. I was a huge fan of Bungie Halo games on the Xbox 360. So when they announced Destiny, I was super excited. While the game launched with many problems such as an empty feeling world, a generic story, and repetitive gameplay, the game started to take off when events, gear, and raids were added. I quickly found myself dedicating at least 8 hours a day of gameplay to level up my character. I found the Strikes to be a very well done first-person shooter version of dungeon crawling. I also enjoyed how much fun the multiplayer was. Me and my friends formed a clan and started raiding at least once a week. When Destiny 2 was released, all of that ended. The game had no major improvements in my opinion, and it all fell apart. Even still, I will remember the original Destiny as an overall fun experience that I dedicated countless hours to. At number 3, we have Bloodborne. Bloodborne is a From Software game that is only available as a PS4 game. It's a natural progression from the Dark Souls series. It's a fast-paced hack-and-slash action RPG where you play a hunter in a dark and twisted world. The game is notoriously hard because it forces you to play on offense or else you get overwhelmed quickly. This is different from the Souls games where you can play as defensive as you want. The game still to this day has amazing graphics and very dynamic gameplay. I personally wish I could play the game on PC with higher settings, but for whatever reason the game continues to be console locked to this day. If you are a fan of action RPGs, the Dark Souls series, or just playing difficult games, this is a must play for you. The game runs incredibly well on the PS5 as well, but it's still great on the PS4. Coming in at number 2, Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is an incredible open-world action RPG by Sucker Punch Games. It takes place on the island of Tsushima after the Mongols invade and take over. You play as Jin Sakai, a troubled samurai that barely survives the invasion battle. The game is incredibly easy to pick up and play, even if you don't know what's going on. You can find quests almost everywhere. The main storyline is incredibly rich and allows you to follow its progression directly or take side quests anytime you wish. There are plenty of armor types and several weapons at your disposal. They recently added multiplayer in order to give players something to keep playing, since the world is hard to leave. I can't recommend this game enough, and in my opinion, it is the current gold standard for an open world action RPG. And at number 1, we have Final Fantasy VII Remake. The Final Fantasy VII Remake took my number 1 slot for many reasons. Even though it's just part 1 of the remake, it had around 40 hours of extremely enjoyable gameplay during my first playthrough. The story takes place in Midgar and the slums below it. You get to play as Cloud, Tifa, Barret, and Aerith. Even the secondary characters in the story are incredibly fleshed out. The animations and voice acting are top notch, and you can feel the emotion coming through the characters. This added a whole new layer to the game that the original lacked due to technical limitations at the time. Needless to say, I was extremely skeptical of the game before it came out. However, after playing, I was immediately sucked in, and I absolutely can't wait for the next part to release. This game alone was the main reason I purchased a PS5 over an Xbox Series X. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoy it, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.